Welcome back. In this final video, we're focusing on developer-specific updates and deprecations in iOS and iPadOS 26 Beta 7. If you build apps for iPhone or iPad, this is the part of the release notes you can't afford to miss. Let's start with major API and framework updates. The Foundation and Foundation Models frameworks continue to expand. There's now support for pre-warming language model sessions, which reduces response times. Developers can detect when and why the model refuses to respond, giving them more control in their apps. Guided generation now supports better error handling, and tool calling issues with primitive types and enums have been addressed. Together, these updates make Apple's on-device AI more reliable for real apps. Game controller APIs have been updated. Supported controllers like the PlayStation DualSense now allow multiple device pairing and easy switching between them. The Home button now opens Game Overlay, offering new interaction options. Game developers can also test leaderboards and challenges with improved Game Center tools. Metal 4 is officially supported in this beta. This means access to the latest graphics features, ray tracing pipelines, and better shader validation. Developers working with advanced rendering will want to check the new residency set requirements and fixes for shader validation bugs. Metal FX upscaling improvements also stabilize temporal scaling, giving smoother visuals in games and 3D apps. StoreKit has several new APIs. Transaction Offer .payment mode now supports a one-time option, and there are new SwiftUI views like Subscription Offer View to help promote subscriptions in a user-friendly way. Developers can now attach promotional offers using JWS signatures for more secure and flexible purchase flows. These changes make monetization smoother and more transparent. Swift Charts now includes Chart 3D powered by RealityKit, which allows developers to build interactive 3D visualizations of data and mathematical surfaces. This opens the door for richer data experiences on iOS and visionOS. HealthKit APIs expand to include medication data with HK user annotated medication and HK medication dose event, and workout session APIs now work on iPhone and iPad. This means developers can build fitness apps with more detailed health tracking, covering workouts and medication reminders. Swift and SwiftUI also see significant updates. In SwiftUI, control size now conforms to comparable, navigation links are optimized for better performance, and there are improvements in pickers, buttons, and form sections. Many long-standing bugs have been fixed, like issues with text editor undo stacks and popovers not updating correctly. SwiftUI gestures have more predictable priorities, and new modifiers like button sizing help create adaptive UIs. Developers should also note that using the plus operator for concatenating text is now deprecated. Use interpolation instead for proper localization. The Swift compiler and standard library receive fixes for crashes and incorrect runtime behavior, especially around inline array, collection of one, and mutable span. However, there are still some known issues like incorrect length of bytes results when working with UTF-16 strings. Now, let's highlight key deprecations. Core Data officially drops support for ancient iCloud sync keys. Developers must migrate to NS Persistent CloudKit container or Swift Data for syncing. Push-to-talk entitlements from iOS 16 are no longer valid. Apps must adopt the new push-to-talk framework. In security, the minimum supported TLS version is now 1.2 by default. If your servers don't support TLS 1.2 or 1.3, you'll need to update them or explicitly lower the requirement in your code. And UI screen.mainScreen is now deprecated, so migrate to newer APIs. Other notable updates: UIKit has fixes for UI search controller quirks, RealityKit resolves issues with particles and animations, and order tracking in Wallet is rolling out on devices with Apple Intelligence enabled. Developers should also be aware of TextKit 2 changes, which standardize writing direction and indentation handling. So what's the bottom line for developers? iOS and iPadOS 26 Beta 7 bring powerful new APIs for AI, graphics, health, and monetization. while also cleaning up old code paths and deprecated features. If you're preparing your app for iOS 26's final release, now is the time to adopt the new frameworks, fix deprecated calls, and test against the latest SwiftUI behavior. This beta is a big step toward the final version of iOS 26. For developers, it's not just about fixing bugs, it's about preparing apps to take full advantage of Apple's newest technologies.